2. Maxton. The annoying beep of my alarm blares from the nightstand. I didn't get in until after 3 this morning, and I have to be back in for a delivery by 10. Dad did this for years, ran the bar on only a few hours of sleep at a time. It pisses me off that I never noticed. I never realized what he did to keep the family business alive. The woman I refuse to refer to as my mother never had to work a day in her life. He busted his ass to provide for us, to make sure we never went without. It's been 2 years, and every time I think about her and what she did, I see red. Looking back, she was always self-absorbed and seemed to be constantly nagging. I, however, was a teenager, and she pretty much left me alone. Dad seemed to always be the one she felt needed improvement. It had been that way my entire life, so I never thought much of it. It wasn't until I learned all of her secrets, until she killed the soul of my father, that I realized she was the devil incarnate. Kids aren't supposed to hate their parents. I can tell you that I do. The woman is heartless, always looking out for number one, manipulating to get what she wants, how she wants it. My dad gave her the world, would have tried to give her the moon, if she had asked. I'm fucking surprised she didn't. When Dad died, Mom was already moved on to her newest conquest. She came home for the funeral, and to say she was livid when she found out that everything was willed to me is an understatement. The house, the bar, everything. He left her nothing. I was expecting nothing. Not because he didn't love me, he did. He was the best dad a guy could ask for. No, I didn't expect it because he was never able to tell her no. Even though they had been divorced for almost 3 years, I just assumed it would all go to her. She whined and tried to make me feel guilty that she had nothing to remember him by. I made sure I reminded her that she had his heart. Always did. Her new flavor didn't like that comment too well. Truth hurts, and it got them both out of my hair. It's been 2 years, and I have not seen her since. She calls on occasion, and I avoid her calls. Like I said, not a normal relationship. But she is not a mother. Egg donor. That's how I should refer to her. I took over the house that I grew up in. I was working construction at the time and quit to run the bar. Cooper's is now a 3rd-generation establishment. My grandfather opened it back in the day, and Dad took over when he was about my age. I never really gave much thought to taking over the family business. College wasn't my scene, so after graduation I went straight into construction. I enjoyed the work and liked being able to see the end product. When Dad's attorney told me that he left everything to me, I knew I had to keep the Cooper name alive. I called and gave my boss notice and started on the unknown adventure of bar ownership. My best friend Brighton worked at the same construction company. When I told him my plans to run Cooper's and asked him to hop on the crazy train, he didn't hesitate. We've had each other's backs since kindergarten. That's what family is all about. Too bad the egg donor didn't get the memo. Not only did Brighton jump in and help me run the day-to-day operations, he became my new roommate. The house is way too big for just me, and we easily split the expenses. Brighton and I are just 2 bachelors living the dream. I forced my tired ass out of bed and into the shower. The warm spray helps wash away the grogginess. I throw on a pair of worn jeans and a black fitted t-shirt and call it good. I find Brighton in the kitchen, head over a huge bowl of cereal, serving spoon in one hand and his phone in the other. He stops chewing long enough for a simple morning and resumes the consumption of what looks like an entire box of Fruity Pebbles. Bastard, those are my favorite. I settle for Pop-Tarts. I have a delivery at 10. What are you getting into today? You off tonight? His mouth is still full, and the visual is almost enough to make me lose my appetite. Almost. I hope so. Yeah, as long as everyone shows up for their shift. I'm ready for a night off. Brighton picks up his bowl, or should I say trough, and slurps the remaining milk.